Hello and welcome back. I'm Mooney. This is my cat, Orange Spice. I don't know. In this video, you're going to learn 5 pro tips to become really good at Sea of Stars combat as a beginner. Hey editor, bring down the board. This is what your troll co-op partner is going to learn. We know why you're watching this. Your co-op partner is going to feel the power after this video. Let's get to it. Up you go. Now let's start with the foundation of combat on this game, mastering timed hit 10 blocks. Now this is the most fundamental and impactful mechanic because it directly impacts damage dealt and damage received. So it is the primary way to influence combat outcomes, which is why a lot of us struggle with it. Every character will have like a visual cue that you essentially have to get used to make sure you know when it's time to press your button to get the perfect timed hit. Just like Zale, Garl also has a tell that lets you know when it's the time to press that button. For his, it's when his lid first goes back and he's just about to swing it. Valeer is practically the same thing as Zale. They lift up their weapon, that's when you press your button because it's going to slam down for that timed attack. Now let's move on to timed attacks for skills for the main 3 characters. Starting with Valeer's Moonerang, I found the easiest way to deflect this a lot. You can put up your staff much earlier than you would assume. So the faster it's going, you can practically press the button the very moment it hits the target, and it'll still block it if they're really close to you. It's going to definitely take a little practice to start getting more than 25 deflects. But just keep in mind, you can deflect way earlier than you would assume. So practice deflecting early instead of trying to deflect at the exact moment it's going to hit you. Now Zale's Sunball is the easiest one in my opinion. It has 4 stages to it, and each stage has a different size. All you do is hold down your casting button, and the moment it reaches the 4th size, let go. Let's move on to Garl's. His can be a little more tricky. Now, his hurl attack isn't really so bad. Just make sure you press your action key the moment you see Garl's lid start going downward after the monster is sitting on it. Garl's Nourish has about a 2-second timer. Choose who you want to heal, then count 0, 1, 2. If you timed it correctly, you'll soon pull out a sandwich instead of an apple, which heals more. It'd pretty much be a waste of time to try to teach you how to block, since I'd be here all day listing every single monster and every single animation. All of them attack differently. You just have to look at what they're doing. For example, some of them lift up their hands and slam down. Some of them smack their mandibles twice together. Those ants that like to summon a bunch, you know? And then they'll strike right after tapping their mandibles twice. As long as you practice, you will get really good at blocking. That's all you really need to learn until you get new skills. Just master those, the new skills will come to you like nothing. Now get out of here, what are you doing? Don't leave, chapter 2 is about to start. Just to save this from being a super long video, we're gonna get straight to the point. You're gonna deal with Slash, Blunt, Sun, and Moon early on. When you see one of those symbols above a monster and a number to the right, that's letting you know how many turns you have to break all those locks. Sometimes it seems a bit impossible, but it's not. For example, if you see a Sun and a Slash, using Zale and powering up his auto attack with the live mana that's on the floor will cause a Sun and a Slash attack. We'll explain more about live mana in the 3rd chapter. When you see Sun icons, you're going to use Zale Sunball. When you see the Moon, you're just going to use Moonerang. It's very straight to the point early on. Now, sometimes those locks will be hidden, and the easiest way early on, you can use Garl's hurl attack to unlock one. And once again, if you have live mana, every time you power it up, it unlocks one more. But I would say early on just to guess, because most of the time, by the time you throw them to unlock it, they're already casting. Now, even if you don't think you could completely break all the locks, you still want to try because there's a percentage above all of that that lets you know how powerful the attack is going to be. Every lock you break lowers that power down. So you can still prevent massive damage by breaking as many locks as you can. And that's all there really is to talk about for breaking locks. So let's move on to chapter 3. Now we're going to talk about mana and live mana. Now MP/mana is very straight to the point. It's what you use to cast your abilities. When you basic attack, you get mana back. The more magic attack you have, the higher damage your boosted live mana attack does. Once you reach the Elder Mist trials, that's when you unlock live mana. Until then, don't worry about it, you don't have it. Now you can only use 3 live mana at a time, so every time you attack something, live mana drops from them. If you sneak attack them before you start the fight by running into them, a live mana will drop because that counts as a basic attack. Each boost gives you, well, more damage basically. Now, the more you boost, it does not change the amount of locks you break unless you're using Garl's Hurl. Garl's Hurl specifically unlocks more, but it doesn't break more, it just unlocks the hidden locks more when you boost it. Now, how you decide to use your mana is up to you, but just pay attention to the locks on the field. You sometimes want to save a live mana just in case the next attack from one of the enemies is something you can't break without it. Like for example, if you're low on mana, but you have a live mana on the floor, well, now you can still activate a sun attack using Zale, because let's face it, that sun ball cost a ton of mana. That's essentially all there really is to it. Now let's move on to chapter 4. We're almost done. Now before we get to chapter 4 though, it's promo time, baby. That's right. Like, subscribe, comment if you're enjoying this. Let's get back to the video. Now the combo system is pretty amazing. You need the 2 people alive in order to activate the combo, but it's a very powerful attack or a very powerful heal. And as you can see here, it gives MP equivalent to the number of combo points spent. So if you needed 2 combo points to use it, so each of you get 2 MP. The combo system can make or break a fight. Now the great thing about the combo system is that you can also use live mana, as we explained back in chapter 3, to empower your attack, except this time you're now empowering your combo. You can see by the graph on the screen right here just exactly which combos are affected by live mana and how they are affected by it. You can practically break locks that looked really hard to break so easily with the right combo. Early on, your main combo is just Solstice Strike basically, and a heal. You're either gonna Mending Light or you're gonna Solstice Strike for big damage. But Solstice Strike uses Slash, Blunt, and whatever power from live mana you decide to soak in. And if you hit the timed attack, it doubles down, so you can get rid of 2 slashes, 2 blunts, and another sun or another moonlock all in one go. Only 1 sun though, and 1 moon. It does not double down on those. That's all there really is to the combo system. I would screenshot this page right here and just save it. Now, let's get to the final chapter, the main stats for each character. This one, the credit goes to a guide that I found on Steam. I'd be a liar if I told you I sat there practicing the best stats. I linked the guide in the description too, in case you rather go there instead of watch this next part. But the quick rundown is Zale, his best stats, MP, and magic attack. Valeer, best stats, MP, and attack. Garl, attack, MP, and HP. If you want to know about the rest of the characters, as I said, links in the description. We're only talking about the main 3 early game beginner characters. Now, if none of those stats are available when you level up, just choose something tanky like HP, or you can even consider a little more magic attack for Garl, for example, things like that. And that's it. Now that you watch this, you should be an early game professional. I take no responsibility for you failing your teammate, but I take all the credit if you do good. Remember, if you like RPG games, you like RPG videos and live streams, subscribe. We ain't stopping. Anyways, if you're curious about my early game review of the game, you check it out right here.